In today's automation with Ansible tutorial series, we will be seeing how you can perform some ad hoc commands using Ansible. So ad hoc command is nothing but where you run some command like any command you do like uptime, hostname, those kind of command you can run using Ansible on the inventory list of servers. So this is a live demo session where I'll be showing you on the live system how you can do this ad hoc command using Ansible. So before starting with the tutorial series, let me welcome you to my YouTube channel Twitch Tech Institute, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to it and also like the videos and share them with your friends and family and colleagues so that they can also watch those videos and learn from them. So let's start the demo. So to start with the demo, let me log in to my controller node. So this is my controller node, and here I have already created a folder called Ansible test, and in this folder you should have two files available. One is ansible.cfg and inventory. So let's check what is the content in ansible.cfg. So you can see in a ansible.cfg file I have given the option inventory, what will be my inventory file, what is my remote user. So this is the user Ansible will use to do SSH login to my manage hosts. Ask pass is the password, it will ask for password when doing SSH. Because I don't have keyless authentication, so I am using this option, else I can put false if I have this key based authentication. Then in the privilege escalation section, here where I am giving like to do privilege escalation, so that's true. What will be the user, target user will be root, and the method will be sudo, and I have passwordless sudo permission given to the user student, so that's why I put false. And in the inventory file I have given the manage host details. So there are three hosts, so either you can have a IP or you can have host name also in the manage host section. So this is a group I have given. You can give any other name like server or desktop or production, non-production development, so whatever is convenient for you. So now to run the ad hoc command, the pattern is like you use Ansible command, Ansible, then you give the group name or any host name is from your manage host. So in your inventory I have, right, in my inventory manage hosts, so that is the group name. So I can give a host also, then I can give inventory file location, so I am taking it from inventory, then -m to specify module. So now I want to run some ad hoc command, right, so that module I can run. So there is one module called ping. So this is like ping command, but it is something more. It checks the connectivity and also it try to log in and check the service up or not. So you can use this for checking the connectivity and reachability of your managed host. So let's try this. So you will see it will ask me for password because I have given ask pass equals to true. So let me provide the password. It should be same password for all your managed host to run this properly. So you can see here I am getting a output like this. So green color means it ran successfully. So you can see the option here success, and you get this change equals to false because it is not making any changes, it's just checking the status. So that's why it is giving change equals to false. So for all the servers you can see success, success, success. So like this you can use the ping module to get a information. Like similarly you can use other module called command. So in command module what happens, you can run any command. Like I want to run the command uptime, so I have to give it like extra arguments for -a, then uptime. So let's run this. It will ask me for password. Let me give it. So you should see the output here. I am getting output for 130, it is up for suppose 23 minutes, whereas 110 is up for 23, 120 also up for 23 minutes. So here one thing, if you notice, it is giving change, but you know uptime comment doesn't make any change. So why it is showing change? Because In Ansible, command module doesn't have that option, so it shows every time change only, whether you are making any change or not. And one more thing I want to tell you, you always try to use the module instead of using command module, because what happens when you are using command module, Ansible don't check already that activity performed or not. Suppose you want to create a user and you are using command module, so it will not check whether that user is already present or not, so it will again try to create the user. So that can be destructive sometimes, so don't use command module until unless you are too much required to use this. Instead of that, use a proper module. So one more thing I'll tell you, most of the Ansible modules are idempotent. So what is the idempotent? That means it has a memory to remember whether last time it made any changes or not. So suppose you run a module, take it like suppose yum module, so that do a patching. So if you run once time, it does a patching. So again if you run the same thing, it will not run, it will, because remember that last time it made a change, so that's why this time it will not make any changes, it will just skip. So that is a feature for Ansible, and most of the modules are packed with that feature. Whereas if you use command module, you will not get that feature, it will run every time you run the command module. So there is similarly, there is one more module that's called shell module. So that is also similar like command module, but here one thing what you get, you can use some shell features, like suppose uptime. Now if I want to see only $3, so how much time only. So let's run this. So you will see I will get only the particular part, so somehow it didn't take it, fine. So what I want to say, like if you want to use something like this pipe symbol and all, so in that case you have to use shell module. If you use this pipe module, use command module, it will not work. In command module you have to use only normal command. So if you want to use some shell features and all, you have to use shell module. So like this you can run some ad hoc commands using your Ansible and make the changes. So similarly, let me do one thing. Let me show you one more thing, how you can find out the Ansible module. So for that you have a command called Ansible-doc. So if you run this Ansible-doc with -l option, it will give you the Ansible docs or modules available. So you can see what all modules are available. So all this is a module name and this is a description for this module. So you can see lot of modules are there. It shows with the name option. So like this you can use any of the modules from here and you can use that. Now if you want to see any detailed information for a module, so let's put Ansible doc yum. So it will give you the yum module information. So what all options it has, which all are mandatory. So mandatory options you will see like this hyphen option. So that means equals to symbol, that means that is a mandatory. So like if you see in yum module, so you will see let me go to that option. Name should be important and all. So like this you can use. So like this you can see the module description. So to list all the modules you do Ansible-l, and to see their options and all you use Ansible-doc and then module name. So like this you can use your Ansible to run ad hoc commands and also get the help or information about various Ansible modules, their options, and run the command on a ad hoc mode instead of writing a proper Ansible playbook. So hope you have liked this session, and we will see and please let me know your thoughts on the session. If I am missing something and all, so you can let me know so that I can add those in our next modules. So bye, have a good day, we'll see you in our next video.